YouTube channel. My name is Tashima and today I am starting a new journey. I am finally starting my weight loss journey. I finished weaning my son last night. Yay! And I have the cabbage leaves in as we speak. And so I want to start my weight loss journey, but I figured it'd be a good chance for me to document it this time because I have lost a significant amount of weight before my past, before I became a mom. And so I thought it'd be really fun to share my journey now being a mom, trying to lose weight. So a little bit about me, or I guess my weight loss history, or my previous weight loss journey. So I am just a naturally bigger person. I've never really been small my whole entire life. And then getting into middle school, high school, and then as a young adult, as a college student, I had gained more weight than I wanted to. I had always said to myself, I never wanted to be over 200 pounds or to hit the 200 pound mark. And I remember one day I got on the scale, I was 185, and I seen some pictures of myself and I said, no, I cannot do this. It's time to actually do something about my weight. Like I would exercise and then stop and then, you know, the whole thing. So I finally got serious about it. That was back in 2019, I believe. That was back in 2009, kind of around the same time that I went natural. A lot of things changed for me in 2009. So I went natural and I started my whole weight loss journey. And I was 185 at the start, and at my lowest I was about 120. I like to keep myself in the like 128 to 132 range. That's what I like the most. Of course, I will include some pictures to show my weight loss journeys. Total the first time around, and it took me about, I want to say at least 6 months. I think 6 months, and I was at my goal weight. And then from there I was just maintaining. Like I said, I exercised, I cleaned up my eating, I actually went vegan, and then I was like, that's a little bit too restrictive for me because I love eggs. So then I went vegetarian, and I was a vegetarian for about 10 years until I gave birth to my second child, actually. Well, until I got pregnant with my second child. So when I got pregnant with my first child, I was 144 pounds, which wasn't too bad, but it was still like a little bit overweight for my height. For reference, I am 5'3", so I am shorter, on the shorter side of things. So it was kind of getting there for my height. So I was 144 when I first found out I was pregnant, and then I gained about 40 pounds through the pregnancy. And it wasn't even all, I mean, some of it at the end, I packed on weight because of my preeclampsia. So I was gaining water fluid. I think in like a matter of 2 days, I had gained 10 pounds from retaining just so much water from the preeclampsia. But also, when I found out my baby was small, I started to eat more. I thought that eating more would help her to gain weight, which, spoiler, it didn't. But so I started eating more too. So I think I gained total with her about 40 to 50 pounds for my first pregnancy. When I delivered her, lost a little bit of weight initially. Of course, you lose the baby weight, some extra fluid, but I stayed 185 for a really long time. And I remember when my doctor cleared me for exercise, I think I might have started just a little bit, but my body still was like not normal. And if you see my postpartum video from my C-section recovery, you'll see in that video what I'm talking about. But I wasn't ready to exercise yet. I think it took me about 3 months before I really was like, okay, I'm going to dedicate the time and energy to exercising. And it didn't work. Nothing worked. Changing my diet or cleaning up my diet didn't work. Exercising didn't work, and I was doing all the same things that I had done to lose weight before. And I was really going at it. I was exercising, 2 times a day because I just wasn't seeing weight moving. I was doing HIIT training, just everything I could think of to lose weight, but the weight just wasn't coming off. If anything, sometimes I would even gain some weight. And then worst thing about that whole process of me trying to lose weight was my milk supply. I would notice a decrease. So I was breastfeeding my daughter. We breastfed for a year and a half. And I know whenever I tried to cut anything out my diet, or if I went too hard with the exercising, I would see a decrease in my supply. So I just gave it up. I just was like, okay, this is what I have to do because I'm breastfeeding. I'm not even going to try to force losing weight right now. I'll worry about it when I wean. but then I got pregnant with my next child right after that. So I was 11 months postpartum when I got pregnant with my second. So I think I weighed at the time probably 190. My ending pregnancy weight was 220, and I did lose a little bit of weight after his delivery. I think I went back down to about like 190. So I gained about 30 pounds with my second pregnancy, and I did lose some before I got pregnant with my third, but I got pregnant with my third 5 months postpartum. So you can see a cycle here. I've had all of my kids back to back, which if you are a mom out there and you plan on having your children back to back, I just want to warn you, it is a lot on your body. It was a lot for me, and it's not something I would recommend, but I know some women want to have their children, like they intentionally plan on having their children back to back, or intentionally plan on having their children close together, which, you know, is your prerogative, it's your family, that's how you want to do it. But it was a lot for me. So having my kids back to back, breastfeeding the whole entire time. I'm one of those people who loses no weight breastfeeding. When I say no weight, I mean zero, zilch, nada, rien, none. I lose no weight breastfeeding, and that's just my body. I know some women lose weight breastfeeding, and more power to you. I wish I was one of those women. And I do think it's one of the misconceptions about breastfeeding, because I know a lot of times that when women talk about breastfeeding, or when they're pregnant and they hear things about breastfeeding, that is touted as one of the benefits of breastfeeding, which I'm not going to say it's not, but I just want to say every woman's body is different. So if you are one of those women who just can't seem to lose weight breastfeeding, you may not be able to. I was not able to lose weight breastfeeding, and because I did get pregnant so close back to back postpartumly, the weight piled on. So yeah. But to me, breastfeeding my children was the most important thing. Like, that was the main goal that I had with my children, to breastfeed all of them at least for a year, which is something that I did do. I accomplished that, and now it's time for me to focus on me, to get back to feeling like myself again, to get my body back to where I'm comfortable in my own skin. But I will forever be grateful for my body for not only carrying my children, but for delivering them, you know, in a healthy way, or as healthy as possible for me, and then being able to breastfeed them for that whole entire year, and a little bit longer with my first. So I'm always going to be grateful to my body for that, but now it's time to focus on me. So the first time around when I lost weight, I was able to keep the weight off for, like I said, about 10 years. So up until I got pregnant. That brings us to currently. Where am I currently? What are my goals for my weight loss? And how do I plan to achieve that? So currently I weigh 234 pounds and 2 ounces. Which is the most I've ever weighed in my whole entire life. I'm not that upset about it. Like, I don't think that I look terrible, but I just want to feel more comfortable in my skin. So my goal is to lose about 100 pounds. It seems so daunting right now, but I really am hoping that me not breastfeeding anymore will help me to lose the weight. I also plan on, or I am vegetarian again. So with my second, I had really bad morning sickness. I could not keep anything down, and chicken just smelled good to me. So I gave it a try one day, and it helped with my morning sickness. So that is the reason why that's the reason why I started eating meat. And so I have been eating meat since my second pregnancy, so for about 2, maybe almost 3 years now. And just because I was breastfeeding them kind of when they were conceived, and while I was pregnant with them, I didn't feel like I should change up my diet at the time, and so I didn't. So I've been eating meat, but I feel better in my body as a vegetarian. So that is what I'm doing now. So that's one of the things that I'm doing to help me lose the weight. I also plan on exercising, of course, because diet does do a lot for you when it comes to weight loss. But I just want to give myself that extra push. And I do like exercising. I have been exercising for consistently about the last 3 or 4 months or so. But because I was breastfeeding, I wasn't losing weight. But I just kind of wanted to get back into the swing of things before I was really actually trying to lose weight. So I have been exercising. I have this routine that I really like from Leslie Sanson, and it is a walking exercise. So I'm going to be doing that every day. So I'm going to be doing that 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I also initially plan on cutting most fats, sugars, salt, and processed foods from my diet. So I'm trying to eat really clean. I'm trying to just get like those unhealthy tastes out of my mouth, because of course my body is still craving it right now. Like, I'm still craving sugar, I'm still craving salt, but that is what I'm starting with. Of course, being vegetarian will also help me as well. So my goal weight, or my goal end weight, I want to be about 130, 135. We'll see. I don't know, because I don't know what my body looks like post pregnancy or post having a baby at that weight. I've never gotten back down to that weight after giving birth to my children, so I don't know what my body is going to look like. I just want to be at a shape and at a size where I feel better about myself. And of course, I'm not going to be unrealistic. I'm not going for what my body looked like pre-pregnancy, because that's unrealistic for me. I've given birth to 3 children, I've carried 3 children, and my body of course will probably never look like that, but I am just trying to be as healthy and as fit as I can be. So my goal is not to look like how I used to look, it's to look the best way that I can post giving birth. I'm going to try to update every single month, do a video about my updates, about, you know, how much weight I've lost, if I'm staying on track with my eating and with my exercising. Which, one thing I can say about myself is I'm an extremely determined person. Like, once I set my mind to do something, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do it. So I don't have any doubt that I can do this. To me, it's just 40 more pounds than what I lost before, which is totally doable. I know I can do it. I'm not going to be unrealistic about it. I know I'm not going to weigh in what I want to weigh in 2 months. I do expect a lot of weight to fall off initially, like I said, because of the breastfeeding and because I am cleaning up my diet. But I know that I may hit some plateaus, and in that case, I will just maybe play with macronutrients a little bit, or maybe change out, of course, what I'm doing as my exercise. I get kind of bored kind of easily, so right now I'm focusing on cardio to lose weight, but eventually I will incorporate the strength training, and I definitely want to incorporate yoga back into my workout routines. I love yoga so much, and actually when I was doing yoga, at one point I was doing yoga back in the day before I had kids, every single day, and I felt so great. Like, I felt like my body was really toned and it was really lean, but in a good way. So I definitely want to incorporate that. It's just a lot of poses honestly are hard for me to do right now, so I will try to incorporate that back into my routine as soon as I can. And I'm just so excited for this journey. I'm so excited because I have devoted the last 3-4 years of my life to breastfeeding and being pregnant, and it is a lot. I know some women love it. I personally really love breastfeeding. I'm very grateful that I was able to do that for my children exclusively for that whole first year. I'm very proud of that. But it was a big, huge sacrifice on my part, and so I'm ready. I'm ready to just do this. I'm ready to just do this losing weight thing and finally getting on the right track with all of that. So I will show what I look like now, and then hopefully next month we'll have some good updates. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited. I hope you like this video and that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be as open and honest about this whole process as I can. And thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for your support. And stay tuned if you want to see what's next for me on my weight loss journey. If you like this video, give me a great big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. And remember to let your story be your power. Bye!